Exercise 2A, subjects. So our goal here is to find the subjects in the following sentence. So we got to find the doers, the thing that is doing the other thing in the sentence. So in the first one, we've got for Jake, trying to learn the ways of the Navi is difficult. All right, so for Jake is a prepositional phrase, so we're going to ignore that. And we're left with trying to learn the ways of the Navi, right? That whole thing is what is difficult. So that's the subject. Remember, subjects can be groups of words. They can be phrases. They can be clauses. So remember, phrase has a bunch of words, not a subject and not a verb, and a clause has both a subject and a verb. All right, moving on to number 2. As he begins exploring Pandora, the landscape is colorful and full of life. So in this case, landscape is our subject because it is colorful and full of life. Now, if we wanted, we could get into this little dependent clause here as he begins, and the subject of that would be he. But we didn't talk about dependent clauses yet, just so you're aware. All right, moving on to number 3, the CGI within the film creates a realistic feeling. So CGI is our subject right there, the thing creating the feeling. Number 4, after meeting Neytiri, Jake works with her and she learns to trust and accept him. All right, we've got a double here. We've got Jake is our subject and he works with her, and then she is our second subject and she learns to trust and accept him. Moving on to number 5, when Jake finally begins learning the ways of the Navi, he appreciates their connection to the planet. So he is going to be the subject, right, of our main. And while we're here, if we can talk about this little dependent clause, Jake would be the subject of that. Now we need page 2. Whoosh. And bear with me while I make it let me write. Okay. So for number 6, we have flying through the air and dodging the floating mountains helps Jake's feelings of freedom. This whole thing is the subject. Both of these things, flying through the air and dodging the mountains, both of those are part of what's called a compound subject, and they are helping Jake. Well, Jake's feelings. Moving on to number 7, the Navi create a community that works together for one goal. So Navi is going to be our subject here. And then moving on to number 8. Ooh, we've got a lot here. So we have Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Sigourney Weaver. Ooh, Sigourney. I've got that R there. Michelle Rodriguez and Joel David Moore perform their roles well. So all of these are the subject. This is another compound subject situation. Number 9, James Cameron presents a beautiful world, and his story demonstrates what happens to a planet when greed for material possessions becomes the goal. All right, so we've got James Cameron presenting, so that's going to be a subject. We have story demonstrating, so that's a subject. And while we're here, this little extra at the end, we got a little dependent clause here. Greed. Actually, greed for material possessions. That whole thing is going to be the subject of the dependent clause. Moving on, Avatar, when it was released in 2009, dominated the box office. Yes, it did. All right, Avatar is our subject because it was the thing dominating. And that is exercise 2A.